let's go ahead and get started with this free online lesson on the lighting for analysis with Revit and also Insight. So before I get started, what I'm going to show is that on here, on my Revit here, if you want to have the plugin access to the Insight, which is for the lighting and also solar. So if you can see that on the top here, if I go to the analyze, where under my energy analysis, I have the lighting and also solar. So this plugin will not be automatically installed on your Revit. In order for you to have access to these both lighting and also solar, the first one is that you need to have the access to the Insight. So the Insight can either be purchased individually or they can also be a part of the AEC collection. The second one is that on your account, if you open the Autodesk desktop app, and then if you go to the Revit, you can find the update on the plugin update on their here. So for instance, here if because this is my Revit 2021 that I have update for my Revit 2022 that I haven't updated for the solar analysis and also lighting analysis. And this is where you can automatically download them in order for you to see this plugin on the top here. All right. So, but if let's say that you still cannot see them, feel free to get to us on our website or on our chat board, and then I can try to assist you on that plugin. All right. So for today, I'm just going to get started now. We're going to set up first for a basic lighting study. So I'm going to do for lighting anatomy study. And after that, we're going to try on customizing those analysis results. And then after that, I can show for the solar analysis where we're going to try to analyze the PV panel for the year. And also we can try analyze those PV panel for specific months or years. So for this instance, I'm using the Southwest monsoon month. All right, so let's get started for the first one for lighting study. So I'm opening my Revit model here. All right, so I'm going to go, if you see that from this 3D model, this is a very basic 3D model that have the houses that I'm setting up. And then also over here, if I go to one of them, okay, so you can see that they have the grid line and they have the room without the full furniture, but we're going to go and then try to create one of the study here. So it's very easy. You just have to go to analyze, you go to lighting on the top. All right, so you will be there will be some reminder at the first, like for it is there's some data that will be converted, and then if you want to ensure that those data are being saved, make sure that you save the model. All right, so we click on OK here. All right, so you can see that because this is the model that I use from the other person that have already have their lighting analysis. So this also have a reminder that we are using this by the other user as well. So some of the lighting analysis might not be available for us because that has been created by the other user. And then after that, you will be directly to this pop-up saying that we want to run an analysis. So for this one, it will show run new analysis if you want to create one new analysis here. And then click on go here. All right. Okay. So this is where you can specify what kind of the solar analysis, what kind of the lighting analysis that you want to create. So for instance, if I go on this analysis type, so you can select either it's just for the daylight anatomy, or you want to create something that is for making the specification LED. So you can choose from here. You can want to choose for analysis the solar access types. So you can choose from here. So for instance, this one, the basic one that I'm going to create the daylight anatomy. And then after that, okay, welcome, screen not moving. Oh my God, sorry about that. Okay, thank you, this is the video. So let me just here. Okay, welcome Rashida. Okay, thank you, CCW. So let me just go in on this. Okay, in order for us to have access to this plugin, the lighting and also solar analysis, if you see on the top, this is the two things that we're going to use them for 2D solar and also lighting analysis. The first one is that you have to have an access to the Insight. Okay, I'm just going to repeat again for those who just come in. Okay, welcome Nina, welcome Rashida, Zind, Lee Jint, and also Laila too, and also CCW. Right. Okay. So in order for us to have an access to this plugin, the first one is that you have to have the access to the Insight. So that can be purchased either individually, or you can also purchase them as part of the AEC collection. Okay. And then the second one is that you have to download them. So if you go to your Autodesk desktop app here, right, you can see that under the Revit, under your Revit subscription here, you can see the solar analysis for Revit according to your version that you have using. So you have to install the plugin according to the Revit version that you are using, and then after that, it will be automatically show the plugin on the plugin. All right. So now we're going to create the basic one, the lighting, the solar analysis study, the basic one that I'm going to try for daylight anatomy. So I'm going to do is that you just have to go to analyze. All right, and then after that, you can go to lighting to run the lighting analysis. All right, so I'm going to click on OK. This is just some reminder if there is already some of the lighting analysis that have been created by the other users. Okay, so from here, this is what will be shown after you click on the lighting. Okay, welcome to those who just joined us. So we're now trying to create the lighting analysis, the study lighting anatomy one. So you can click on analyze energy analysis over here. There is a lighting plugin on the top here. And then after that, you can click on the run new analysis. So if you have created before any analysis, you can find them on down below here. If there is any result that have been created, it will be shown on the field. So you can also track the state and also time those data that has been generated. Okay, so I'm going to click on go here. All right, so this will load a bit. Okay, so after you have created them, you can see that on here, I have the 3D view and also the floor plan that automatically created with the Insight lighting. This is because I already generated the analysis before. If you are the first time, this will automatically create it for you once the report is ready. All right. So after we have click on the run new analysis, I will show here the type of the analysis that we want to run. So on the top here, I can just click on and find the type of analysis that I want to generate it. So you can choose whichever that you want to create for. So for instance, this one, I'm going to create the other daylight anatomy. All right. And then you can find the locations, the time, the data range, time range that they are using, the sample one. Okay. So a reminder that before you set up the lighting analysis and also the solar analysis, you have to ensure that you set up the location right on the manage for your project. So this one, I'm just going to show from what I have, the data that I have for this building. And then after that, you can see that we are choosing all the level. So I can first click on the check price before I generated those data. All right. So you can see that on under here, there are 3 credits that is needed in order to run this analysis. And then this is my available credit. If let's say that you are run out of the credit, let's say that you have you require 3, but you have none of the credit to run this analysis. So you have to purchase them for that and for the credits, for this clock credit. So let's say that over here, I'm going to change to the level. So you can toggle over here. And let's say that I'm going to just select level 1. And then I click on the start analysis. All right. So we cannot close this when the data is being uploaded. You cannot close them, but you can always move around them. All right. So I can always open any level, any view if I want to. There is no restriction on that. Okay. And then if let's say that I want to track if those data has been created, is done or not, I can go back to the lighting here. Right. So I can choose from this drop down. I can see that now it's still processing and then it's not completed yet. Right. So that is how you can toggle and find track back those results that have been created. Right. For instance, this one, I'm going to open the one that I've created and I click on Go here to show you how it appears on this 3D model and so the floor plan. All right. And aside from that, you can also find those reports are being generated under the shadow on this project browser here. That one is also, we're going to see them after this. All right, so if you have any question, to feel free, just let me know inside the chat box. So while we are waiting for this data to be loaded, what I'm going to share is that we have here, I have two data knowledge resources that you can very useful for your solar and also lighting analysis study. So I'm going to copy and paste this link on the chat board here. In case you want to go and refer them, feel free to go to this link, which are very good resources for you to start learning on the lighting and also solar analysis. All right, so my data has been completed here. I'm going to go open back the Revit model. So you can see that this is the result summary that have been created. It will show you all the data that we needed and the summary, how many leads points that you gathered from all those lighting analysis. And then I click on OK here. All right, so this will be saved. I click OK also on the cloud. So whenever you're being saved on the cloud, you can always open them back on the cloud platform from the Insight platform. All right, so for here, this is the data. If you see that the percentage of the lighting according to the annual hours. So this is hard for me to actually view them. So you can also go to your 3D model here on the cube here. And then I'm going to orient to the view that I want to see. So let's say that I'm here going to open to the floor level 1. All right. And then, this is how it appeared here. Okay. So you can see the data, the percentage legend matching with the how many is inside here. I'm going to accept and update. All right, so just now you see that there is a pop-up that called accept and update the result. And whenever you created the new result and you already have the existing result, that what will be shown, you can either update the current result or you can also cancel out, is all according to your option here. All right, so this is analysis that's shown on the floor plan here. You can always change if you want to see for the other floor plan view. Right, so level 2 similarly. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how we can also customize the view here. If I open one of the floor plan here, so just now you see that I only have one, but now I have 1, 2, 3 here. All right. Okay, so if I zoom in here, you can see that the candle flux that shown the lighting is the A+. Build. Okay, this is all, there is a 0 there, 1, okay. Okay, if let's say that you want to change the appearance of these lighting result, analysis result, is that if I go and select them here inside this view, I can go to edit style here on the top here. Right, so you can choose either one that you want from these, right, from these style that we have on the top here. So let's say that if let's say I want to show the grid line, I click on apply and I click on OK here, and I will show the grid line with those data. And also if I go back just now, I click again, okay, and go to edit style here. You can always change the setting here, the show grid line, the color, the legend from this display style. So let's say that over here I'm going using this result style BTS annotation with the annotation that, and I can choose the color here. I can also choose the legend. But I'm going to show you if let's say that over here we have a very big size of the text, and then if I go back and on the setting here, and I go to edit file just now, I have a very limited option of the type of the type of the font. All right, so I have 124 322 inch Arial. So let's say that I want to create my own font sizing. You can just go back to the annotate on top here, and then you can go to the text setting here. All right, so you can duplicate first before you create it your own. So let's say that here I'm going to use 1 to 64 aerial. No. So let's say that I'm going to use some more to calibrate here. Click on OK. So you can choose the stack size from here. Okay, the stack size. Okay, and you can create your own type of the font that you want to use from here also. Okay, and then after that you can also select the graphic, the color if you wanted to. You can specify the customize your text from here, and I just click on OK here. And then when I go back to the edit sizes now, okay, I can just back from this, right, the text area here, the color that it will show over here. And just click on OK, and it will show that. So we are done with creating the basic lighting analysis and also customize your setting. If you have any question, just feel free to let me know. So for another half, I'm going to show you is that we're going to create for solar analysis. Right, for solar analysis, is that I'm going to open another, which is here, this one. All right, so I'm going to use this one project here. So we're going to go similarly. If I go back to analyze on the top tab, and then I can choose from the solar analysis. Okay, just now we're doing the lighting analysis. Now we click on the solar analysis, and then from there you can specify the analysis that you want to do. So for this one, I'm going to create the solar analysis for the whole year. So I'm going to select solar energy, annual PV. And then for the surfaces also, you can either use your own users selection, or I can also select all the roof and surface on the top here. All right, so you can see that how many areas that have been selected for this study. And then if you expand this result setting, where you can also specify what kind of the type that you want to get from this result, and also their units accordingly from here. Okay. Okay, all right. So after that, I can just, if you haven't done this again, you can click on here, it will show run. Now I'm just going to update the one that I have created. So this will take up not that much time compared to the one inside the lighting analysis. Right. So from here, I can directly trace back those results from this Revit model. You can see that how many energy production that needed per year, how many energy saving is there. And then the input for the building energy offset. You can also find that them from here. Okay, so I can also track. Okay, I can also see this is the sun start time and time here. The information that we needed from this. Again, you can see that the project location that has been specified. All right, and then the solar energy that's shown on the graphic on the sofa as well. All right, so just now that I mentioned about setting up the location before you do this solar or lighting analysis. If you want to change them on the manage here, all right, so you have on the top here the location. So always remember that to put the right location so that it will choose the weather station nearest weather station according to the project address that you use. So you can specify the location from here. You can just search, or you can also use the coordinate accordingly. All right. So I'm going to go back to the solar analysis for user specification. And also I want to change now is that we want to use for specific time. So you see that here we have the sun study that has been specified for the whole year. So it's starting from the early of the January until end of December. So let's say that I want to create for the southwest monsoon. Is that I can just go first on this down below here on this Revit on the sun setting. So I can click on the sun setting here. Right, and after that, you can see that this is where we can specify the solar study that we want to use. So let's say that if I want to create the new one, so I'm just going to choose one of them, and then click first on the down below here, and I can click to duplicate them, and I can write the study that I want to create here. Okay, and then after that, you can specify the date and also the timeline from that. Okay, so for instance here, the date will be for this. Let me check that. for this one that we're going to use from the May until September here. So let's say that I'm going to choose from the May until September, end of the September here. And also for the time, I'm going to specify, let's say that I'm going to use from 0 until something around 9. Okay, and then I can click on the OK here. And after that, when we go back to analyze, and then we select back on the solar, and then from this study type, I'm going to choose a custom, and then I'm going to go to this analysis type. So you can see that use sun setting, means that we have to ensure that when we go for sun setting just now, ensure that we put on the Southwest Monsoon Study, apply them, and I click on OK. And then when we go back to the solar, that will be used the sun setting according to the one that we have picked up from the sun setting just now. Okay, so for now, I'm going to also show how we can use the selection. So let's say that this is, I'm going to select the PV panel inside this view. Right, so I can choose on the top here for the surfaces user selection. All right, so this will come out is that whenever you have completed selecting the surfaces, don't forget to click finish first before you can run for the analysis. Okay, so I'm going to close this one. All right, so for this one, you can see that because we have previously used all the roof exterior, so that has been automatically selected for us here. So I can just remove them to do selection. So to add this new selection, okay, you can just choose all the selection according to the surface that I want to use. Okay, so here. Okay, if to choose to select this, if let's say that you see here now, I'm doing pick the surface that I want to use. You can always hover to them first and then click on the tab on your keyboard and then select which the surfaces that you want to choose them. Okay, after that, after I've completed, again, don't forget to click finish. And I will click on the, I'm going to click on an update here. Run, and there is it. Okay, you can see now it used from the May that we have specified until the September just now. Oh, I forgot to change the year, and never mind about that. Otherwise, you can also see that the study that have been generated, the solar here according to the units that we have specified here. But if you change some, you just click on that, and then it will change here as well. All right, and then after that, for this report, I can also export them to the Excel file. So I just click on the export result to the Excel file, specify the name, and then click on the save, and then you get this Excel file on your result for the solar analysis. Okay, for lighting analysis just now, I'm going to close for the solar analysis here. For lighting analysis just now, for those results, I mentioned that we can also find them on the project browser here. So if I go open back on this model where we have created our lighting analysis, right? So I can go back down slightly big where I can find the shadow. I just click on this expand those shadows so you can find your lighting analysis, and double click on them to open them. So this is where I can track back all those lighting analysis that we have created, the title, what kind of the analysis that you have created, if there is any LED points that we show here, and then you can also find the types of the level, the room name on here that have been included within those analysis. So if let's say that you don't want to include any room here, you can just turn them off. So for instance, if I don't want to include the kitchen in my daylight analysis, so if I turn them on, okay, I can just turn them off, and then it will update those results as well. Okay, I think that's pretty much for lighting analysis and also on the solar analysis. Again, if you cannot find on your analyze the lighting and also solar line, this is for whoever who just joined us just now. So you can just go to your menu and then find the desktop app here, Autodesk desktop app. Okay, and then go to the Revit here And then if you search from here, you can also use the search on the top there. But if you go down, there will be some of the plugin that we need to install. So for instance, the solar analysis, you can just click on update. The lighting analysis, also you can click on update and ensure that it will update for the Revit that you are using them. So for instance, this one Revit 2022. So I have installed for Revit 2021, so that's why I can find them here. All right. So that's pretty much for everything about these lighting and also solar analysis. If you have any questions, so feel free just to let me drop inside the chat box. Otherwise, I'm going to paste again these resources to those who just joined us just now. So this is our two resources that you can get about the solar and also lighting analysis, the very basic ones. So you can feel free to go to these resources if you have want to learn more on them. All right. Okay. And then also over here, where you can track any of your Insight platform, where if you loaded them for energy analysis, that one we don't touch them for today. But let's say that if you want to go for Insight platform, this is where you can go for Insight platform. You can just go to this link to open your website, Insight, or you can also go to your subscription. For instance, if you have Insight from your subscription, you can just click on the access button from the product. Okay, I think this. Lagging a slightly bit. All right. So otherwise, if you want to free, I'm just going to recap back on if let's say that you want to learn more, you can always go to our website here where we can have a free online lesson. So feel free to join us for any free online lessons. And then just now I mentioned if let's say that you still have a trouble of installing those plugins, feel free to just go to this chat bar and then you can always fill up the name. And then after that, you can also go to this chat here, live chat here, and then we can try to assist you for that issue. Right. Otherwise, you can also go to our YouTube channel if you want to see on the furthermore free online lesson that we have conducted over here. Okay, I think we don't have any question on the chat board here. So that's it for today free online lesson. I'm going to stop now. Thank you everyone for joining us on this free online lesson, Revit and Insight. Thank you and have a nice day.